Hello and welcome to today's show. We got a lot of good stuff in store for you today. Starting first, I will be calling up today's special guest, AEO Powersports KTM rider Derek Kelley. Next, we'll be looking at Chase Sexton's response to Eli Tomac getting hurt in Denver. Then we've got some injury updates, one on Nate Thrasher and another on Nick Romano. So let's get straight into it. All right, let's call up today's special guest. All right, today on the Motocross Network, we have special guest Derek Kelley. He rides for AEO Powersports, and he's been more than impressive this year. Derek, tell us about yourself, in case anybody doesn't know.
Thank you for having me on. It's been a pretty good year. Just keep improving every race I can. This is, I think, my fourth full year as a pro, and I'm just happy to keep getting better.
Absolutely, man. I mean, every race weekend, I'm like, this guy is still pushing the top 10, getting better every week. A couple of years ago, I mean, you weren't really a prominent name. Now, a lot of people know about you. I mean, you're really improving quickly.
It's been a long road. I mean, I raced the whole amateur scene growing up, and I was pretty good. Like, I was a top 5, top 10 kid, and like Loretta's and all that kind of stuff. But I never really broke out or had very many good rides, and I had a lot of injuries growing up. But I actually ended up racing off-road for a couple of years when I turned like 18 and 19. So that kind of like set back my Supercross career a bit. And I decided to come race Supercross, and I kind of just shot from the hip a little bit. So I didn't have the best bikes and all that stuff. So just getting equipment and experience is kind of getting better every year now.
Well, that makes your progress sound even more impressive. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that have been doing it week in, week out for years, and you're beating them. So that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So far this season, I mean, you've made huge strides, 5 top 10s, I believe, and your best finish was in Denver, just outside the top 5. And you currently sit 10th in points, which is a career best season. What can you attribute to your 2023 success?
No, I think it's been a good year. Obviously, there's a couple rounds in there that I'd like to have back, but no, it's just like I said, it's a compounding effect of training every day and always looking to get better. I don't know what other guys' programs look like, but every time I go to the track, I'm pushing myself and like I'm not settling, if that makes sense. So like I look at what I need to change and I work on it. Like there's no dog's too old to learn new tricks. So no reason to see video yourself and see something and not be able to change it.
Absolutely. Now, you did mention the bad rounds. Seattle and Oakland were pretty rough. Take us through what happened those weekends.
Yeah, so Oakland, I just kind of struggled all day, a little bit with bike setup, and just with the track was pretty gnarly and soft, and I was kind of riding over my head a bit. Like, I felt like I was coming off a couple good rounds, and I wanted to, keep stepping it up. So I was riding over my head in the main event and just missed a whoop, and it put me on my head. So I was lucky not to get hurt in that one, actually. I have some video of it, and it was a pretty heavy hit.
Yeah, I believe I just saw that video today. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he got back up.
Yeah, no, it took me out of the race. I bruised my lung, and it was a pretty heavy hit. I was lucky not to have a head injury too, so just thankful I didn't get hurt worse in Oakland than what actually happened. And then in Seattle, I actually had a crash in qualifying, and I had to ride a little bit banged up, and I had a bum shoulder that whole night, so I was just kind of limping through the night, and when it came to the main event with a gnarly track, I just fell apart.
All right, we're coming into the final round now. So it's obviously an East-West showdown, so a lot more guys pulled together. Considering you're normally a top 10 guy, what would be your goal for the finale this weekend?
I want to get a top 10. I want to finish up at least inside that top 7, which if I do that, guessing that I finish in front of Cole Thompson, who's 1 point ahead of me right now, that would put me 7th in points. So if I can do that, then that would be really good. I feel like I can run in the top 5 even at an East-West shootout, especially with the watered down field that we have. So I'm just looking to put in a good ride and continue to grow.
Absolutely. Now, do you intend on racing Pro Motocross or World Supercross this year? You did race World Supercross, so I mean, considering you can kind of lock yourself in as a top 10 guy, where would you want to put yourself in either championship?
Yeah, I'm fully in for the full Super Motocross Championship, so I'm going to do outdoors.
Okay.
And the finale at the end, my team AEO Powersports is going to be doing the whole series. So I'm thankful for that. Like it's tough to find a team that'll take your bike to all the rounds and support you for that. So I'm really excited to go outdoors.
All right, and then my final question actually isn't regarding you. Obviously, in Denver, there was drama with Tomac going out. I'm sure you kind of know the guy. I mean, you might know him personally. I don't really know. But what are your thoughts on a legend of the sport getting knocked out like that? Do you think he's going to come back?
No, yeah. I mean, it's a huge disappointment and a bummer, and it sucks really bad for Tomac. Like, I'm not super close with Tomac. I think I've maybe said what's up to him a couple times, but it just sucks to see a legend go out like that, especially with a year that we've had, like, exciting racing, and then we lose a guy every weekend, it seems like, especially in that 450 class. So it just sucks. I mean, it's a freak accident, and we push the limit every day, and I hope that he comes back. It's tough. Those Achilles tendon injuries are really gnarly to come back from. So if anybody can do it, I'm sure it's him, and only time will tell.
Thanks for coming on today for a quick interview. I mean, you've really become an impressive rider. I truly believe that next year, probably by the end of this year, you'll be a regular top 5 guy in the 250 class. And good luck in the future, man. I hope I can talk with you again.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Huge thanks for Derek Kelley coming on. I love that guy. He's a wicked cool dude. Really fast nowadays. But anyway, let's get right into the news. First up, Honda HRC rider 2023 450 Supercross champion-elect Chase Sexton responded to Eli Tomac's unexpected exit. Now, Sexton and Tomac have become good friends and rivals over the course of the last couple of years, and throughout all the crazy battles for wins, somehow managed to keep it very professional and clean, truly showing how much these two were sportsmen. Coming into Denver, it was clear that something crazy had to happen for Sexton to catch Tomac in points, so Chase was in the mindset of, oh, do what I can, but it's pretty much over already. Imagine how much of an emotional roller coaster it had to be for Sexton to go from that mindset to your friend and rival's career might be over and you were handed the title. And I don't mean handed in the sense that he doesn't deserve it. Sexton has been clearly the fastest guy all year as long as he stays off the ground. But Sexton wanted to battle. He didn't want to feel like it wasn't deserved. Anyway, let's listen directly what Chase Sexton had to say regarding Tomac's early exit with injury.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to kind of, not to swallow, but to comprehend. I honestly didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if his bike was broke or broke a wheel or something. So I just found out after the race that he hurt his ankle. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation on what actually happened as far as muscle damage-wise. But for me, I just wanted to capitalize when I saw that he obviously was going backwards. And obviously, that's not the way you want to see someone go out, especially someone like Eli. He's so gnarly, and he's been super, super gnarly the last couple of years. And yeah, obviously a great competitor, and I love racing him. So tough way to see him go out, and yeah, definitely wish him the best. And for me, my game plan stays the same, and that's what I'm looking at right now.
That's a true sportsman's response right there. I love the mutual respect Eli and Chase have for each other. It's such a week of mixed emotions, man. I mean, I really like Sexton. He's truly one of the nicest guys I've ever talked to, so I'm glad he's getting a title. But same goes for Tomac. Again, one of the nicest dudes I've ever talked to in the sport. So hopefully Tomac will be back and healthy next year, and maybe we can see a rerun of this title battle. That'd be pretty awesome. Our next story of the day is regarding Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha rider Nate Thrasher. Thrasher had a bunch of injuries racked up throughout the season, an ACL tear he sustained in preseason training, then his hip and collarbone from his brutal crash in Atlanta. Well, as of today, he is finally in the road to recovery stage of things. Last night, he announced via public statement that he has had all surgeries done successfully, except for one, which happened today, and is now in the recovery stage. Thrasher said, quote, "Bummed I won't be racing the final round in SLC this weekend. Last year was one to remember and wish we'd get a shot at it again in a few days, but that's dirt bikes. Finally had surgery on my ACL this morning. Everything went better than expected, and happy to finally have that repaired and on the road to recovery. My hip is improving every day, but still have a few weeks until I can put weight on it. One last surgery on my collarbone tomorrow, then we are done." As of today, his collarbone surgery was successful as well, so he's in good shape now. It really sucked to see Thrasher crash out like that. I mean, he was really the only guy to try and take it to Hunter Lawrence this year. Other than him, nobody could really fight Hunter Lawrence. Anyway, Thrasher will come back stronger from this, hopefully, and maybe next year we can see a Hunter versus Thrasher round 2. Our final story of the day is another injury update for a Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha rider, this time Nick Romano. As you all probably know, Romano was injured in a preseason crash, resulting in a torn ACL and meniscus, which are both really bad individually, so to have both is rough. Romano ended up having surgery, I believe, the weekend of Anaheim 1. Here we are 3 months later, and we have an injury update for you. Originally, it was thought that Nick would miss the entire Monster Energy Supercross and Lucas Oil Pro Motocross championships, but upon recent evaluation, it looks like we'll see Romano tearing it up in outdoors. Romano released an injury update via public statement last night, saying, quote, 3 months post-op, I was able to see my doctor for a checkup and everything is going really well with my knee. Every day is an improvement, and we're hoping to get back on the bike within the next few months. I'll keep y'all updated for any race in the season, but if not, I'm going to be ready for whatever is next. More motivated than ever to keep grinding away and get back to where I know I can be. This is really awesome news to hear from this kid. I mean, he has some real potential. In his rookie Pro Motocross season last year, he secured 3 top 10s, one of them being his career best finish of 7th at Unadilla, and then he tweaked his thumb, I believe, and couldn't race the rest of the season. But that's pretty impressive for a rookie coming straight out of the Loretta Lynn's racing. I cannot wait for Romano to be back in the lineup. I'd like to wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we see you soon. All right, that's all the news we got today. It's a slow news day, but I'm glad we had a longer interview with Derek Kelley to fill up the time. If you want to read all the news, every article is posted on the mxnetwork.com. That helps us out. If you want to support us directly, you can buy our magazine. I believe we only have like 5 copies left, so go order them things up. I can't believe the support you guys have been giving on those. And if you're on YouTube or Spotify, follow, subscribe if you enjoy all my content. Anyway, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.